Hello, accountability buddies. This is Les with another episode of Less is More Healthy. Coming to you from the car on my way to work, as usual these days. And what is unusual today is that it is after my walk. I went for about an hour-long walk before work. I got my butt out the door super early and went for a walk, went to Winter Island, and from Winter Island, I walked around Winter Island, had a lovely walk, and then sat on the beach and made myself a delightful, delicious cup of coffee. Um, really stoked with the cup of coffee. I'm still finishing it off. It's one of the reasons I use a keep cup for my coffee outside episodes, is because it does come with a lid that works really well. So after I brew my coffee, I can walk with it. I can't ride with it, but I can walk with it. And um, so that was really nice. I had this, really nice walk. And I had this thought while I was out on the beach and I was relaxing before work, um, that I need this. It's not just so much that I need it for health and fitness, it's mental health help. And I think that's really, really important. So, the thing that I am kind of like, so I had the couple of weeks stretch. I had about 2 weeks where I couldn't exercise, partially because I had food poisoning, I had the physical health issues, but also due to the weather. I don't like walking in the rain, period. I'm not a fan of it. So I realized, like, I missed the doing the walking and the bike riding, not just for the physical exercise of it, but for the help it gives me in dealing with stress. So what I've done so far this morning is I've set my day up to be successful, right? Like, I have set it up so that I am going to be able to have a good day. I'm going into work fully caffeinated, because great cup of coffee. So fully caffeinated, but also very relaxed. Like, going for the walk, it was completely relaxing. I'm going in calm and collected with clear thoughts, and that's important. And I think that's what I missed more than the physical exercise and everything else. I missed the clarity of thought that comes with the quiet moment outside. Um, and that led me to thinking about, like, workplace stressors and difficult situations at work. Um, and I've been having conversations with a friend of mine about incompetence and weaponized incompetence, and how older employees are weaponizing that and using it, to kind of disrupt the workflow of the younger employees, um, and to kind of gain additional assistance where maybe they don't necessarily need it, or they think they need it, they want it. Um, and so it means that, younger employees are doing more work. But anyway, my friend and I were talking specifically about someone at her workplace who weaponizes their incompetence. They say they don't know how to do things, they get other employees to do stuff for them or show them how to do the same thing repeatedly. And we both had this realization, like, as we were talking about this person, that, they can do this. They've this we both know this person. This person um, will teach themselves really complicated programs, but then pretend they don't know how to use calendar, or will complain about having to use a program or having to use an app because someone in leadership asked them to. And it really seems kind of rooted in misogyny and whatnot. And it really got me to thinking about like toxic workplaces. And this person also um, is a really toxic employee, really just negative, um, and treats people really badly in some senses. But anyway, the long and the short of it is this person is very mediocre, largely incompetent, but very charismatic. And because they're charismatic, um, they use that as a tool to get other people to do their work for them. Anyway, so I was thinking about like the toxic workplaces that where I worked, or the toxic coworkers and toxic bosses that I've had over the years, and how that has been a really difficult thing to kind of work with and cope with over the years. Um, and I wonder if I had made time for exercise and relaxation in the way that I have been over this last year, how many of those workplaces would have actually felt as toxic as they did back in the day? And I'm not saying they weren't toxic workplaces. I'm saying, like, could I have coped with it better if I'd been taking better care of myself? And that is kind of like a moment in my head. Because I know I'm dealing with really some difficult things um, at my workplace, and I don't talk about my day job here, but there's some difficult stuff going on at my day job, and I'm coping with it far better than I would have a year ago. And I think part of that is because I am taking better physical care of myself. I'm listening to my body. I'm not pushing my body in a way that's unhealthy. And I think that's all really incredibly important. So yeah, these are the thoughts that I've been having around this kind of stuff. Um, and it's kind of loosely related in my head, but yeah, missing physical activity because of how it helps me mentally deal with my stress and difficult relationships, if you will. We'll leave it at that. If you want more context, you can find me on Threads. I've been kind of talking about some of this stuff a little more, but I don't want to. Anyway, that's beside the point. I don't talk about work on here because this is not the place to talk about work. And with that, I am going to say thank you. And I appreciate all of your views of this channel. I appreciate all of you who found me through the Coffee Outside episode that I inadvertently posted on Coffee Day, National Coffee Day. I did not do that on purpose. That was an accident. But I'm glad a bunch of you found it and maybe saw some of my other stuff. Um, so anyway, if you have found this episode helpful, click that like button, comment, and subscribe if you want. And if you really like this, share it with someone. And with that, I thank you for watching, and I hope you are able to get out and have a delicious cup of coffee